How we doing, everybody? How we doing? Mysteries abound. Remember, guys, 24s are mandatory. Don't matter. They don't have to be messed up or not. All 24s. Very low mint run for that year's sort of circulations for P and D. Under 40 million, they usually did close to 400 million. So they're very rare. Keep them. We haven't seen many in the last few hunts, but about 3 boxes ago, we got 2 dozen of them. Oh, that's just a filled-in P. What I'm saying, yeah. Just whoop my bad. Some visual turbulence. Not special about that. Okay, let's get back over here. How's everybody doing this morning? Ooh, a 48. Nice, nice, nice. Hold on here. It's not that bad of a 48. All the older ones are really good. People trying to find some crazy airs with them getting. Just seen some about the 40, 1940. Yeah, that's a clean one though. No mint mark though. Not on the back either. I was hoping for it to be another proof. We've been getting a lot of old proofs. Got a 41, a 38, a 39, 52. $74 again. Whoops, got a dropper. 20. What was this one? 25. Lewis and Clark, comedy drop. For Philly. 25 again. Shit, we've got more 20 brand new 26s than we have 24s. And they really didn't do a good job like redoing it. And now next year they plan on reshaping it again. So I hope they put more effort into it than they did. Because all they did was take the same nickel and made it double dated. That's all they did. It's double dated. There's nothing else different about it. That's what I call true dedication. Slacker 101. 76, yeah. Yeah, did you find anything special? Did you have fun doing it? That's the best part. Forging through 'em. You never know what you got. We still got some rolls of dimes left, so we're gonna take care of them. We've been making them coincide with nickels, make things pretty eventful. It's rough though. Got some decent airs out of them. Got a that old school Mercury. That what we wasn't looking for, but it was cool that we got it. Starting to get the feel for it. You guys see what a standard dime looks like. You know, I want to show you, and it's just a minor thing, but like when you're looking for airs, because you know we've been talking about airs a lot, because we're gonna be getting some coins graded soon, ones that we all found together. Let's put our attention over here for a minute. You know, this is what your standard, you know, dime looks like. You know, this age for damn near 100 years now. So, uh, anybody hasn't been living under a rock. You know, when it comes to airs, you know, it doesn't take much. But, you know, little goofy stuff like this. I think this is the one I had over there. I don't know if you can see it in the light. No, I don't even know if that's the one. No, I don't know where the hell I... Well, that's not it. This is one. This is one I was talking to you guys about last night. This one I wanted to show you, but that's not the initial one. But this 48 toner. Yeah. I got this a while back. It was in a bag of change, and I was like, I just started messing with coins, and yeah, I liked it. That it was pretty clean, and I've just had it ever since. I've had it probably about 10, 15 years, but you know, I just unearthed it. So I had stuff everywhere, but yeah, I want to get this one done. You know, they like toners. You know, especially ones that you know are naturally toning. And, you know, like with this, it's a little bit more special. You know, we're not a silver hunting channel, but toning silver, they love toning silver coins, the collectors. There could be a couple other things going on here, but yeah, I like my toners. Well, yeah, let's see what we got. Let's go back here, get back on this damn hunt. Oh, thanks. All right, guys, look, we're back at it again. We're always back at it. Look, we're gonna. All right, yeah, this was the one. I must have had them switched around or something. You know, your average coin looked like that. You know, Hamilton. Now this one I found yesterday. We tossed. I was going through the discard pile because I don't get rid of them right away. But you notice that little the cut in his jib. Yeah, that's actually like a little like dime break, and you can tell that it's not post mintage. I mean, it's it's there. It's a little crazy, but it's funny, and it's like that. It's stupid little stuff like that that automatically makes a simple coin, you know, an air because it's unique in its own nature, and when it wasn't done post mint, and there ain't no sea urchin or little leech on his face. I know it looked like a tick or something, but yeah, it's part of the coin, and it's like, you know, usually you're looking for other things, you know, things that are known of nature, but you know, there's no such thing as a perfect coin. So you got one that really sticks out like a sore thumb. But this is just one of many. Here's a quarter, something I wanted to show. I didn't think I showed it to you. This is a decent like grease air, and I think it might have had some plastic or something stuck under it when it was going through the cladding process, and it got trapped in there. That's where you get those unique marks. I always thought that was pretty cool. This tends to happen more than you would think, and a lot of people just write it off automatically. They don't even think twice. On the back, you got pretty much the same thing going on a bit, and you know, the dies and the platchets when they wear out, maybe get too much grease in there, fills up, going too slow, too fast. Like there's a magnitude to a multitude of things that could happen. Like so. But yeah, simple little stuff like that. So like that's another thing too. Don't ever like perceive that a coin that you get a hold of, if it's dirty, that might be a good thing. Don't toss it. Don't toss it. Here. We were looking at this one over here just to do a little bit of a comparison. Obviously with this one. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to get a, like a one a little bit more high graded, but you know, I was laying them out earlier so you could show you guys the difference between like a normal or a double die or like a triple die. So I had it like lined up too, but I just had so much other shit going on. Had one yeah, we were doing this the other day. Like that's one of the best things about dimes. You probably could look for errors better and more efficient. But a lot of people sleep on dimes. Like this is our second box since, you know, I was doing coins on here, so and I've never done it on my own. I've always done it with y'all, so I won't do it no other way, but yeah, you can totally see. Sometimes there could be other things you just don't see them. But yeah, you don't want to write off these double dies. And sometimes it could be the front or the back or just the front or just the back because maybe sometimes one of the planchets and the dies on the one side is fine, but on the other side it's not behaving. So that's how you get, you know, messed up coins or coins that, you know, are not looking sparse. Oh, it does, but the next best thing, yeah, that's exactly what it comes to. And the thing is, we usually don't care about monetary gain, but I'm just talking from an air standpoint. Like you would be very surprised on what's probably in your coins. So, you know, so one person's trash, the other person's treasure. Just don't act on impulse control, no restraint, and just be like, green, 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 go, go, go. Vet your coins. Because this is the thing. Let's say you know you have one or you think you have one. The next thing that you need to do is you need to get it certified because the minute that you get it certified and it comes back and they certified it as an error, then there's nothing up for speculation or interpretation. You see what I'm getting at? And that's when, you know, mystery turns to history. No, because you know, a lot of times if you got something decent, you know, and you send it in, they great, you know, they're gonna be so soliciting you for wanting to get rid of that coin at a private auction and shit. You see how we got another one though here, guys? And you can even get them bigger. Like sometimes they be messing up big time. Sometimes you're a little small, it'd be all worn out. The back it's a little easier to check when you do it, but you know, if you're not 100% sure a lot of the times, like I said, you just gotta line it up and look. You can see the lines of shadows in it, how it's been like layered almost, glazed over. You can see it, especially like in the numbers over damn near everything. The P. But yeah, can't sleep on them like that. But yeah, you can have an error, and everybody knows it's an error. But I'm going to tell you this right now: it won't be. It's just going to be what you say it is. Just like if you take it into a coin shop and they specialize in errors, they're not going to give you what they would give you if the thing was graded and certified. That's just all there is to it. So that's how you really get it going. And we've never graded any coins. I've got one graded coin. I've had it for years. It's an Eisenhower. But we have found errors. I never even thought about errors until we started doing nickels one day, and I found my first error, and that got me going. That got me going. Matter of fact, after these dimes, I'll pull it out so y'all can see. Yeah, I've seen it, but we haven't got it yet. We need it. We need it actually for our book. Yeah, we need it for this son of a gun. Got the quarters up to date. We just got to wait for time. Everything in time will reveal itself with the quarters because there's 5 different variants of them, and they're letting them off in, you know, extended release. So, you know, we're just waiting for the quarters, but yeah, we need the dimes, but yeah, we haven't got none yet. We'd like to. You know, it's something on the list. We most of the time we exclusively like to look for stuff that's not intended for circulation, but you know, we like to get it in wherever we can. That's mostly our get, so. Yeah, I seen it, and that's not something that we hunt for just because they didn't, whoever distributed those didn't do a right job. And, you know, we find a shitload of West Points all the time. And there's only 2 million of them made on each one. And they were only made for 2 years. Well, they only made 250,000 of those And I'm going to tell you this right now. Some dude in a box of quarters got like 400 or 500 of them. And then somebody else just got a whole bunch of 30 or 40 in one blow. And I'm talking through the circulation. So they weren't, and you know, the day 2 or 3, the guy, yeah, it was sickening. Yeah, like 700, 800 of those fucking things. And, you know, in a box of quarters. That's not properly dispersed throughout the states. And, you know, the minute I heard that, there was no, oh, that's on our bucket list. Like if it happened, it happened, but we don't go for it. We looking for when we got quarters, we're looking for marsupial sunbats and shit. But this one possibly I'm gonna have to, you know, we haven't had the scope long, but I'm gonna have to get an like another one, or I'm gonna have to check it out because I haven't messed with it a lot. And I'd have to say we're gonna have to. Yeah, I mean it was on the news, but it made everywhere. It made the front page of the papers. I mean, I don't know how you don't know this. I mean, this is straight common knowledge, man. Like literally, it was sickening, bro. Like 30-40% of the box was all. You see what I'm getting at? I'm dead serious. And he probably started selling a whole bunch off, but that doesn't stop other people, like I just told you, from finding 10 and 20 in a box. That's nuts. That should not be happening. For, you know, like I told you, we find West Points all the time, and there's only 2 million of each West Point made. And they were only made in 2019 and 20. 2 million ain't nothing. That's really nothing. So when you got a 250,000 and they're not being dispersed right, yeah, that's like shoveling shit against the wind, bro. What up with them? They parted the coins. That's what's up. We could easily be doing pennies right now. Everybody loves pennies. We don't do enough pennies. We got some killer ones out of there that we're going to send in. Couple 44 proofs. We got over a dozen wheats. Couple Indian heads. Some nice airs. Yeah, that motherfucker was kicking. We liked it a lot. No, because we never used to be able to get pennies because too many people over here in the Midwest, they were mixing it with industrial copper and melting them and shit and getting caught and getting sent to federal prison. Doing dumbass shit. So, you know, the only reason I'm really able to get them is because I coordinate with different banks on the situation, but there's a lot of them don't like to give it up or they limit. So I at least get a box a week since we started. So I've got 2 boxes put away because we didn't do a box last week. We did a box the week before. Or we finished up. I don't know. Like I said, you know how we do it. We be keeping it, hey, cross our T's and dot our I's and iron out their wrinkles. I wanted to put it out this side. Like I said, no, we're doing nickels and dimes actually together. It's more nickels than anything, but we were just the last couple of hunts we've been dual wielding. It's been pretty eventful too. Yeah, I think we got another one over here. Yeah, look at this one. See the lines in it? See the shadowing? See how it's up a little more? Like I said, I'm gonna get another one, but like you see how that compared? Like here, I'm just gonna. It don't even matter because a lot of these you don't got it on front and back. You see the big difference though? You see how more big and bold that is? How it sticks out? How it wants to be seen? Even though it's not, it's just what it is. But you can tell. That ain't light doing that or nothing. That motherfucker just thick. Large and in charge. But those lines, like I said, if I could get in real close, you could see what I'm talking about. But there's these lines from like when it happens again and again. That's what you can tell. Just like the shadowing. But we'll get something more powerful so we can look at it even closer so I can show you like the rims and the ridgets. But like I said, as long as you got, you know, you be exercising your mind, you can obviously tell. Like there's no getting around it. Like that mod is just, oh yeah, too much anthroplasty. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Yeah, this is the thing, man. It's not just about. There's a lot more going on in the world and with coins than just silver. Like that's why we're not a silver hunting channel. You know, that's too easy, and that limits everything, and it dilutes the situation. There's too many people who come on here, and that's the last thing they're thinking about. because we actually vet through every single coin. I don't go, hey, I'm going to go through these rolls, and when I find something, I'm going to let you know. Like all the no, and each his own. No hate on, but that's something that I just cannot do. That's too easy. That almost reminds me of when people are scratching tickets and they don't scratch them. They just go and they buy it and they scan the barcode. It defeats the whole purpose of a scratch off. Like I said, each his own. But you know, I'm not going against the grain. It's just common knowledge. So, I'd rather do this with everybody together so everybody can learn and, we can all grow in harmony and coincide together because when it comes to here, everything outside goes away. That's all formality. As long as everybody behaves. If people don't behave, it's like the herd thins itself. Don't fall, you ain't gonna get up. That's all I gotta say. Because we don't do all that goofy shit other people doing, like hopping from channels and trying to bait. That's what cowards do. That's what people that are bored with life and don't have true purpose do. That's, heck with all that shit. We universal. So, if you're a real coin enthusiast, and you love every coin, especially the penny. A lot of people, they want to come on, they want to try to, yeah, but that's the worst thing to do. If you don't like the penny, don't tell nobody that because you're going to have a lynch mob just because you're not a real coin enthusiast unless you like the penny. Penny brings a lot of stuff to the table. I wish I could have started hoarding pennies a long time ago. If you've got pennies, keep them. Just like, oh, look at this one. This one is a fucking gobstomper of it. It's not super plump, but you can just see. I can totally feel it. I can see it. I'll flip it over though. Yeah, we gotta get another scope. Unless I start dinking with this one a little bit. It might dance for me. I don't know. I haven't really messed with it a lot. And just like when you're going through coins, keep going through them. Like going through them a second and third time, that's not a bad thing. Vetting your coins, being thorough and consistent, that's one of the keys. Because you're going to find stuff that you didn't find the first time around. You could be looking too hard. It could be it could be right there. Good thing it wasn't a snake because it would have bit you. You would have been dead. So, go back and take another gander. And be decisive. Have faith when you're doing it. Be positive. Have a can do that too, because you never know what's gonna pop up. That's another thing when it comes to this. Very unpredictable and spontaneous. Like you just never know. But yeah, we're almost done with this roll. What I'm gonna do is after this roll, before we go into some nickels, I'm gonna pull out another. We're doing copper. Ooh, damn, what happened to you? Ooh, look at this toner. 84p. I love toners and damn, he looking healthy. He might be a little bit. Damn. Wow. Oh, and he just looking like a hot mess. Yeah, he's been through it. I guess they had to give him rations of thrashings. Look at him. All bent up and curled and shit. What'd they do? Turn him into a pretzel? Oh. Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah, we're going to keep this messed up guy. I'm telling you, most of the messed up guys, you'd be very surprised what's going on. It's a keeper. It's a gobstomper. How we doing over there, big guy? Yeah, I used to tell people all the time on here, show them a coin. They come through and be like, this is what happens when you chew on a coin. Still going to be starving. Only thing you're going to swallow is the enamel when you break every damn tooth in your mouth. Swallow that and some blood. I said the coin's going to win, and you're going to have to learn to behave. Either way, though, you lost. That's a nice 74. I like these dirties. See, you might come across some. See, this is just a normal one. On this side, at least. See, some tone gracefully, and then some are just, you know, from weird oxidization or other chemicals hitting it. Unstable mutation type thing. We'll put that 99 down for a sec. Sometimes you gotta break a couple eggs if you want an omelet. That's just how it goes. You gotta pay to play. You can't leave unless you come in. So you gotta learn to behave. Otherwise, you might get sent to reform school. You have to reflect on your actions. Before I do this, I better hold up to my end of the bargain and show you my first air. I know, we've been popping airs. And honestly, I've been doing that every night because we always have a lot of different people on, and I can't tell who's aiming it. I think it doesn't. I think they don't really matter, but getting you guys hip to it, to the little fundamentals and the basics, because you can never know enough when it comes to airs, because it just never ends. You never know when the machine's not going to behave and start, coughing up some decent weird. Yeah. Oh. Well, I threw them, man. See where they are. Like I said, I put them away first, and then that might be them. Hold on here. My bad, guys. Maybe that's it. Probably right up under my nose. Wow, it's like that, huh? Trying to get at me, huh? That's not them. Well, I don't know where the hell they ran out to. Don't worry, we'll find them somewhere. I'll pop them off for you. Just gotta give me a little time to start hunting them down. Yeah, we gotta go through a roll, though. Let me digress, guys. Let me digress. Because if not, I'll keep my mind at the task at hand. Absent negative thoughts with deadly purpose. You'll never get me back until I have them. I don't want to keep you guys held hostage. You gotta keep the wheel. The wheels might turn slow around here, but they do turn. That's all that matters. We ain't got no rods knocking. Fucking need no Bowser oil like some of these guys that stuck in those quagmire tar pits. Talking about and if and what, Acting like they just made the new wheel. It's gonna reshape the world. That's fine. They can keep doing what they're doing. Dilute illusions of grandeur and glory. We gotta do what we're doing over here. It ain't that. Ooh, nice 61. No proofy. Yesterday we got a couple proofs. Popped them in the book with the other ones. But yeah, we've been finding all sorts of epic stuff. That's all that matters, it pays to discover. Ain't talking MasterCard. If you don't try, you'll never know. That's the big thing. So you have to want to do it. This is something I'm really passionate about. It's honestly very therapeutic to me. I wouldn't have it any other way. But I also wouldn't know what to do if I try to do it on my own. Like, started with you guys, that's how it's gotta be. Little B. Oh, wait. 85. Oh, so. Oh, do we got a war nickel? We might have a war nickel, guys. Oh, close. Thought we might have. Oh, that's too old. God, it was looking like one. It was looking like a 35%er. A 73. I got to put out this side. Here, you guys are going to see my argument because sometimes it happens, and when it does, you get a hold of one of them. They looking like it. They damn near looking like it a lot, so you get one of them war nicks. They needed so much nickel back in the day that, back in the end of the war, that they They started pulling it out of dimes. I mean nickels and filling it with 35% silver. They did the last 4 years. And the No You Got One, they look like this, the composition of them. But at the top of Monticello, there's a big letter. And that's coinciding to where it was minted. What location. How we doing, Opal? How we doing? But yeah. Yeah, when we come across some dark ones, we be thinking sometimes those is more of a history thing. I never even knew they existed till somebody told me about on the first box that we were doing on here. Oh shit! What the heck? Grease error? Yeah, put this thing under the thing. Oh, it's got a lot of outside stuff going on. It's turning red though. Natural oxidization. Let's see here. Well, maybe it's something else. It's a 77 little d. I'll flip it off to the side though. Let it hold it. Keep it on nice like some caviar. Sounds like you never will submit to a foreign ruler. You ain't gonna bend a knee. I'm messing with you. I know you don't want to be seasoned up. I'm just trying to make a little humor. That's a D. It was a clean D for a 62. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, my leg would lock up sometimes. My hand, all the damn metal. Human weather vane. Fucking ache when the storms are coming. Ooh, look at this damn Tony. He's a hot mess, looking like stir-fried shit. Oh yeah, he's been through it. Look at that. He's really been through it. Damn. He don't even know what fucking way is up. It'll be okay though. He'll survive. He'll get over it. Told you guys, you're going to be seeing them 24s. I don't know how I lucked out that one box with all of them, but we've been dry. I think we've gotten one out of the last box and a half of nickels. One. Numero uno. Yeah, that humidity is the torture. That should come from the furnace of wrath. And around here, we got that death weather. Oh, yeah, we'll let it rain a little bit while the sun's out. And then when it stops raining, we're going to fucking crank it up on you. And once you're dead, we're going to come in and eat what we want. And then we're going to overkill you and we're going to come in and eat it all. They just don't stop. Ooh. No, every time I look for a roll, I'm trying to slowly unroll it. So I'm like scanning around for... There ain't no way those are it. Are these it? I think I might have found them. Hold on, guys. I've been wanting to... Yep, I found them. So y'all can see, you know, my very first error. There's some people on here have seen it day and day and day, but I always be showing people. This is what got me on errors. The Jekyll and Hyde. One side, you never know. We're going to put it up under the thing, though. So you guys can actually see. You know, from this side, you can't really tell a damn thing. Everything's A-okay, you know. That's why I always tell you, keep your sunny side up. And eat your vegetables. Because if not, it might just be like that. But sometimes that's what goes around. Sometimes you got to get what you can. better than nothing. And it's very unique in its own way because it's not the only one it's happened to, but to find another one exactly like it, I don't think it'd be easy. It's not something we're looking to do, but like I said, your imagination pretty much can take on what you would perceive to be, because like I said, you could have an error. This is this ain't certified, but anybody that hasn't been living under a rock and knows anything a little bit, they know this is an error. But it's not certified unless you send it to a grading company. So until you do, it's not really locked in. Like, even if you know it is, you're not going. It's not going to command what it's going to with true presence. Once it's certified, it becomes a piece of history that is honestly a rarity. Like, this is the bread and butter of coins, is errors. A lot of people don't reveal that, and it is, and that's why it's we can get it from all angles. When it comes to any other thing, just one singular aspect to the coin, other than it being an error, everything is very simple and straightforward, and it stops very quick, and you hit a wall. When it comes to errors, the sky's the limit, and you go past that because there's always going to be the machines making them, and when the machines are going to act up, they're not going to behave. They're made on mass production, so like they have quality control. They got to come through and look and make sure everything's going on every 10 minutes, 15 minutes. That still doesn't stop them from fucking up and doing shit like that. And when that happens, that brings opportunity. Yeah, you don't want to be deprived. You'll be deranged. People think you have mania by default. Earlier this year, man, pulling them big ass fucking rotations, making sure everything is okay, man. That shit, I was passing out. I was so tired and sleep deprived. I was blacking out like a drunk was, absent alcohol. And when that was happening, I just knew. I was like, yeah, I gotta start being a better friend of myself. Sometimes just the feeling of a coin, even if you think it's a hunch, don't sit there and doubt yourself. Doubt's your enemy. Time and patience is the true counter. If you have a feeling that a coin might, ride on that feeling. Nice 57. I think we got 3 or 4 57s last night. What was that? A 57D. Yep, 57D. But yeah, all it takes is one, and I'm telling you this right now, you'll be wanting to. One of our people just got his first silver nickel yesterday, and you want to know what? I was ecstatic for him because he was pretty distraught about the whole thing. And I told him the brutal reality of the situation. I said, if you're going for certain things, as you're going through it, you got to have this and you got to be open-minded. Every time you go through a coin and flip through one coin and it's not there, you're one coin closer to finding what you want. And that's just being brutally honest and straightforward about it. Because you don't know what's there. So until you look, you're never going to know. So you don't want to stand around withering away like a plant. Prostate with grief, why you didn't. So I was pretty happy to hear him say he finally, and I flat out just said, hey, remember when I told you? And that's what I'm saying. He was like, I'm doing this. And sometimes that's what it takes. And if that's what it does, so be it. Nothing good in life comes easy. You're going to sit around waiting. You're going to be waiting a long time. World going to pass you by, and it's not going to care. What is that, D? D? Yep, it's a D. It's a Denver dun-ta-dunt. Or what one of them proofs? More punch in the bowl of juice. Or 24, come on. Ooh. You really gonna do this on here, man? What we're doing right here, that don't have like. That's like, oh man. Are you trying to rub one out with a cheese grater? Wow, look at that messed up. What is that, a 73 or a 75 looking koi? That 5 is looking pretty rugged. I think their dies and planchets were worn out like fucking doorknobs. Everybody was having to turn to too much mass production. But nah. Let's see what else going on here. Oh, wow. Yeah, you want hot and bother. Don't worry, we'll put you away. We'll take care of you. You'll be alright. Okay, let's see here. Another one. If you're thirsty, take a drink. Don't die of, dehydration. I think you need to go find whoever's doing what you're doing. Hey, did you know a broken clock's right twice a day? I don't think you knew. I think you do now, though. How about that? Isn't that a daisy? Well, to see to come on here and spit that propaganda and then not acknowledge, that's a big lack of disrespect. Yeah, not feeling it. Nobody's feeling it, man. What you want, you're not giving out. You see how that works? Are you sure it still can't stay? You can't stay like that, man. Ooh, look at this one. Oh, is this a 64 that's toning? Wow. Yeah, this is a... God, it's just hot and bothered. Sometimes, though, sometimes there's something in hot and bothered coins. You just don't know. But you see this? That's why I'm keeping it. That's not normal, I don't think. And if it is, hold on here. Maybe it is. Maybe that's his jawline or something, right? No, Or, hold on. What's going on here? Yeah, I got to keep it. There's something weird going on here right there. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, there's something weird. If that's not post-mintage, that's another one gets certified. Wow. Look at it when you get real close. Oh, sheesh. Oh, yeah. Like I told you, dirty coins. Dirty coins. And this is a toner, too. Don't know where it was healed out of. Well, it's okay. Like I said, dirty coins, too, or anything, as much as you might want to clean them, refrain from doing it. Ooh. A 48 or yeah. Ooh, nice. Ooh. Yeah. He's got a line down his head too. Look at that crazy shit. Could be post-mint, but it could not. It's coming down here too. I wonder if it's on the other side too. That's a nice 48 though. Clean, clear numbers. Most of the time the dies and the planchets were fucking just gone. They're like fucking little fucking squeaky little gerbils that couldn't even get a pellet or a drop of water out of the feeder. Ooh! Holy shit, save the manatees! A 48 proof, guys. What? Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir. Okie dokie artichoke. Look how healthy that son bitch is, too. Ooh. Somebody going to the boom boom room. That's a clean. That's clean for a proof. Was not expecting that. Told you, if you fall, you're not getting up. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's our first NIFC, guys. 1948. Proof. Nickel proof. Ooh. Yeah. Whoa. Keep it right here. This is where it's going in the book. That's why we do it, guys. This is why we do it. That was nice. Ooh. Uh-oh, somebody gonna get sent up the river. Ooh. 85p. Oh, Lord. I don't know. How about that? If that's what you think it is, maybe you should do something about it. I hope you're not the one that you think that they put you in charge of setting the world's hair on fire. Because you're really off to a bad start, man. You might have the tin hat people fooled, but you ain't got us fooled, man. You want to keep fucking rolling your fucking wheels in the mud? Or do you want to slide down that fucking slimy sewer again? You get what you give, so you keep up with that ignorance. And that incompetence. What's going on here? Is this an... Ooh, this one's starting to get cut a little bit. Ooh. Wow. Hold on, guys. Hold on here. Hold on here. Look at that son bit. Look at it. Is that just me? Or is that coming through? I hope it... That'd be crazy if it was. This one's a little worn out, and it's got that goofy stuff going on, but I'm telling you this right now, sometimes you could have a die clash going on where you can see the back coming through the front and the front coming through the back, vice versa. Or it's one or the other. I don't know. I think maybe it's got a lot of post-mintage going on. Either or, I got to put it off to the side. Look at it. Like I said, I'm going to have to eventually get something better. It sucks. My one phone actually has a pretty decent thing on it, but I can't, you know. It's hard to utilize it and do this at the same time. So, you know, everything time will reveal itself, and nothing good in life comes easy. So, slow and steady wins the race. How could you tell if it's a proof? Glad you asked. We'll go right back to that. We'll go down memory lane, big guy. This is how you can tell it's a proof. I'm going to show you on the one that we just popped together. This 48. How I can tell it's a proof and it wasn't intended for circulation. It's an NIFC. Okay. Well, if you don't see a mint mark here, and there ain't one on the back, then it probably ain't one. But there are years where they didn't have the mint mark at all on proofs. But for this one, right there, down next to Monticello on the right. See that S? That's for San Francisco. San Francisco did about 97.5% of all proofs and business strikes for, you know, for all the years and stuff. You know, there was a few years, exception proved the rule, where they were too busy in their own personal gag reel, and Philadelphia and Denver had to pick up their water, and they were doing proofs. But it was real odd denominations and only a year here and a year there, but it did happen. But 90, like, you know, when they're made, when that 41 is made, when it was made in 41, it looked like one of these, okay? That's just all there is to it. This is what, you know, your standard proof would look like, or business strike. You know, now these days, your business strikes look like this, and your proofs look like this. They got Dark Mirror Cameo, Frosted Minter Prater on the adverse and the obverse on both sides, making it a very elegant coin. Most of the time you do have your S mint mark, but you don't need that. You know, you don't, you know, there's a few things that can meet the criteria. And then let's say you have one where it's supposed to be like, it's a San Francisco. They got S mint marks, and it's got like a P or D. Then you got yourself a really crazy error. That's like equivalent to having like a 65 dime struck on a silver planchet. Shouldn't have happened. It wasn't done intentionally, and they created, you know, yeah, they created the unknown. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like with these, you know, 69 proof, 68 proof. This is what they look like when they come out, but that doesn't stop them from, you know, gaining some camouflage, but you have to remember, just because a game's some camouflage doesn't mean it still ain't what it is. That's why you got to vet, because like I said, you could find ones that most people would toss, like these. These are 41 and 39 proofs, these black ones. Like I said, don't ever toss a black one. You don't know. It might be something special. These were, and I'm sorry. I love when we come across, messed up stuff. I love it because, it makes things more eventful. There's more to expect because if you've already hit it before, it can happen again. Like I said, you just got to be positive. Keep your mind at the task at hand. No negative thoughts. Don't let nobody blur you, anything that's going on. After this next roll, I'll show you guys another, air that I found. It's a nickel. But like I said, I'm actually gathering coins together that we all caught on hunts to be graded. And, I'm going to have a little group that I'm going to put on a community, on the page. And I need you guys to poll it. I'm going to give a week. So whoever cares, they can use their voice. I told you everybody has power on here. Like everybody has a voice as long as you behave and you're not one of them people that is, doing goofy shit, which most of you ain't. That's why we continue to grow at a rapid rate. You guys can put what you want and, whoever, whatever one is sought out the most to be graded, so be it. And it don't matter if it don't come back in air, so be it, or whatever. That doesn't matter. Learning curves. That's all there is to it. If you think you got something, you got to try. If you don't try, you'll never know. But that's what's going to step it up to the next level. If you want, the weird stuff to be more than a mystery and pre-unorthodox, because most people see a messed up coin and they count it out. They mark it right off, and that's sickening. Oh, that's an 86. Denver dunted on. I don't know why I wanted to bring it over here, but I did. Now it's going to the shop. Bye. Yes, not all. Not all. You're right, Copper Cave. Copper Cave is right. You are right there. Something I don't illustrate a lot, but that is common knowledge. It's almost like what I was saying. There was some times where they actually did some of the, like back in the day, the peace dollars. San Francisco was doing normal circulation strikes for some of those years. Hundreds of millions. So I know what you mean. But I just, I haven't went that far back. And my big thing is, me, I don't like to, I don't want to misinform nobody, tell them something that ain't is. That's like disinformation. So I'd rather just, if I don't know 100%, just not say nothing. What I do know. Okay. Ooh, for some reason I thought that was a 24. But yeah. You could get lost in oblivion looking through coins, honestly. Accidentally get put on autopilot. Yeah, you'll define time, I'll tell you that. It happened yesterday. Supposed to be on for an hour and we're almost on for 3. God, that's a healthy Denver. That is a healthy Denver. 64 Denver, down to that. I'd say he got a spine. Big time. Uh-oh, somebody going up that river again. We took all the 24s that time, Copper. So they said they're not going to give it to us for like 8 more boxes. They said you'll be lucky if you get a 24 here and there. Oh, look. Save the manatees. Ooh. I told you. All you got to do is talk about it. You can bring it out of the grave with a necromancer. Our first 24 of the night, guys. It might be our only one, but at least we got one. Very low mint run, guys. Very, very low. On P and D. And God forbid if you get an S, keep it warm. Keep it to your heart. It'll keep you warm at night. It'll teach you to behave. Ooh. There's 2 Gobstompers for the night. That nice proof. More punch in a bowl of juice. And our first 24. Kick down the door and make it part of the floor. Let's see what else happens. We're an hour in. Mysteries abound. Hope you eat your vegetables. $84 little P. Oh. Ooh. Damn. We were close to almost getting. What do we got here? Denver done to that? That's a clean 46 for a Denver. God, for a 46, that's a clean one. Oh, I'm telling you. That son of a gun like a champion, absent Wheaties. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here, guys, I'm going to show you another. I'm going to show you a different air. Show you my second air I found. This one's one of my favorites though, because I call it a compound air because it's got 2 or more different airs going on in it simultaneously. You know, one of them's not really there, but you know, it being all messed up. But if you guys look a little bit, it's got die clash coming in from the other side. Not a lot of it, but enough to, you know, make you shiver when it's pulled out your quiver. Yeah, it's got a lot of different stuff going on here, but yeah, totally an air. So we gotta get it certified. Here's the back of it. But yeah, you know, it's just weird stuff like that that makes it very unique in its own way. Yeah, after the live, depending on whenever if you're gonna be moving around, I'll hit you up. Damn, these 25s right here are just super clean. The Jersey Devil, the Loch Ness Monster, and Jimmy Hoffa. And whoever was responsible for the Chicago fire in the Hindenburg. How about you? What are you looking for since you come on here demanding answers? What are you looking for? Ain't it funny how people come on here demanding, but then they don't want to say anything like a cat's got their tongue? Entertainment, Yeah, in what fashion? True entertainment that sharpens the mind like a sword to a whetstone? Or that stupid entertainment that is full of putrid garbage and bullshit, which and everybody else that's on here is very highly allergic of. Which one? Elaborate. Enlighten us. Inquiring minds would like to know. Oh, another 58. Yeah. No, I'm not upset. You opened this door. I don't remember popping on somebody's stuff, you know, just demanding things or what's this, what's that. Don't put words in my mouth. Don't do that, man. Pacifically, we like to do stuff that's not intended for circulation, but we like airs, you know, anything that's new, you know, anything that holds some history, a little bit of everything. Universal. We try to diversify around here. Other than that, if it ain't broke, we're not fixing it. I think you catch the gist of things. And you'll be okay. I think you need to go put some ice on and behave. You'll be all right. If this is what you like, if this is what tickles the fancy, get at it. Oh, wow. Really? You want to know? I am flattered. I am completely flattered. Keep going. You want to know why? The brutal reality of this. That you're wasting your time that you can never get back worrying about my thumbs and how dirty my fingernails are. You know, that's so flattering. But you see how deluded you make yourself? You can't get none of that time back. What do you have to show for it? Other than being a fucking slob. Stop diluting yourself like a chump. What? Hey, why is winter cold? I bet you can't tell me because you're stoned. Huh? Stuck on stupid. Wondering about everybody else when you don't even know about yourself. Go take a look in the mirror. When you can start looking yourself in the mirror and figuring things out, maybe you can come on doing another thing, but not here. This ain't no circus. But I am flattered. But the reality is, yet what I said. You can't get that time back, man. So unless you're on here looking at coins, rotate. Get out of here. Because I ain't got time to be doing with that. And like I told you before, you fall, you ain't getting up. Don't play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. That's how the world works. You get what you give. You don't like it? I suggest you stand up and change the world. Try to be somebody. Otherwise, roll with the flow. There's no I in team. That's why I don't like all the, well, I want to know this and I want to know that, yeah? I want to know why you drank zombie piss for 2 years straight and turned your mind into a mushroom. Fucking dewormed or you're naturally gifted child. Either or, you got to go get fixed up. Not spreading that vex here. No, I don't. And I'm not in the business of telling them, but I will suggest, and you just take it under heavy advisement. I just wouldn't. And I could give you my reasoning, because even if you pay for it or you use the free trial, they're just incompetent. Well, when you could take a coin and you scan it and it tells you exactly what it is, but then you take that very same coin and you do it again and it tells you it's something that's from fucking Saskatchewan. You know, yeah, there's something serious. So I don't, no. No. No, I'm not going to say that, but I wouldn't rely on them unless you want to be perceived to be one. That's what I would say. Copper, Copper, hey, you're medieval, bro. I love it, though. I love it, because I would have said, no, I'm just saying, like, no, that I would not depend on them. Depending on coin apps is like trying to build on fucking quicksand. How about that? No, I'm just, whatever. I'm just saying. That's just me, personally. That's my personal opinion. Here, you want to know the type of help that you're going to get from it? Let's say you were drowning and it was there with you on the boat. It would throw you a fucking cinder block. You see where this is going? You see what you're going to be looking for? Trouble. You're going to bring it onto yourself. No, those things just suck. And it don't matter how much you pay for them and what it tells you. They will tell you on there, it will give you a fucking sponge bath and a tug around. If you give it enough money for a subscription. Now, whether that's going to happen is to be seen. And it's either here or there. I'm not going to get all hot and bothered about it, but I'm just telling you, like, I've watched people have like literally like come up to me and go, look at this. And then, like I'd go get the free trial and the thing would work. And then, like I said, you scan your coin the second time, the same one, because it keep it in like a little memory thing and act like your collection got no, like a bucket list got it scratched right off the map. And you go to hit that fucking again, and it would come up a whole different coin, a whole different year, and it'll tell you it's something it's totally not, never ever gonna be. Maybe with Diluted Illusions of Granger and Glory, but yeah. But yeah, we're gonna say bye bye to this air. I like to keep my airs close because, like I said, here soon we will be sending in coins to get graded. Now I know people have told me about places that I should be getting them graded, and I'm gonna, I would like some suggestions again for anybody that got some experience under their belts because when it comes to grading coins, I have zero. I'm going off what I have, and I'm going on some of them. I'm not gonna lie. You want to call it the Hail Mary? So be it. When it comes back, it comes back. We're gonna find out. But that's we'll get across that bridge when we have to. Other than that, it's honestly for all of us. So everybody can understand what's going on because when the certain ones do come back certified, there is no doubt anymore. You got to take doubt and throw it right out the window, or you got to act like it's a bag of bricks. Leave it at the fucking door. You want to pick it up on the way out? Be my guest. This is a Sandy Nair. Now we found a fucking one that it just looks like a straight clean round from last night. That was our biggest, and it sucks. It's just like the other ones I showed you. You can go online right now, and I'm not talking eBay or any of them people who got it on there because if you see a caption with a question mark, that means they're actually asking you because they don't know. That's not an error. You got to go look at ones that are already certified and graded and sold at public or private private and public auctions. My bad, tongue twister. That's what gives you somewhat of a inkling. If you know anybody else that's really good with coins or has coin shops, you take them in there. But like I said, ultimately, if you don't get it graded, it's never going to be it's not going to be certified, even if everybody knows. Even if the writing's on the wall and we're talking Pink Floyd, it doesn't matter. You got to get it graded. Otherwise, it's all for nothing. It really is. It's all for nothing because when they grade it, it gets locked in, and it actually it gets registered and everything. It becomes its own fucking thing. And like I said, depending on what it is, you might have a lot of private collectors trying to get that son bitch any means necessary. So you really gotta watch it. Now, what I want to do later, because you want to know what? If somebody wants to see it, it's on the page. I think I did bust a. I think I took a picture of it, but yeah, the one side, the edge is on the one side looks like that, but the other side, it's completely, it's just a blank round, and a lot of people think they're doing it with Sanders and this and that. That happens when they're being sealed, with the bond and the clad and they're going down. Sometimes it goes down a little too long. It's going too fast, the polishing. And it starts actually polishing off the coin, essentially. So, but a lot of people, they toss them or they pass them. Yeah. It is what it is. What passes through your hands will fall into somebody else's. You got to it's not something that you should worry about. You can't fight fate. Is death looking for the blind, the dumb, and the weak, and the incompetent, and the careless, and the sick? I'm going to have to take a vow of silence because otherwise... He's messed up. And most of it's post-mintage. I've seen coins worse, though. And that looks like a lot of post-mintage. Yeah. Me, though, I like to take all the messed up ones. Endangered species list, that's what I call it. 61. Oh, a 61. Got somewhat of old. Oh, it's a Denver dent to that. It's all right. The hell? Like, you could pull the next coin and there could be a crater in his hair or in his headline. Or there could be two of them. Or you could have a dime struck on the back or the front of this. And that would totally turn it into, like, that would really turn it into a super gobstomper. Oh, you'd be moving mountains with that. But that's the type of stuff you got to worry about, like the craziness. Or something unexpectedly being struck on a silver planchet. Yeah, like I said, there's an endless amount of things that can happen. And it does happen. Well, don't feel so bad. You know what? I'm still a little green around the ears, too. You know, every day that goes on, you know, we fight to learn another day. Knowledge is power. So, one thing is you can't be discouraged. I was a little intimidated when people started asking me, you should start looking for errors on here. Get a microscope. Like, literally. And now it's second nature. So, you can just, you know, what I would call it is hop on the wave and ride an absent surfboard because, you know, we don't deprive anybody of anything we know around here. And sometimes somebody could pick up where I left off because I don't know everything. And when it comes to essentially heirs, you're never going to know everything. That's like the biggest avenue. For coins, heirs has an unlimited amount in their repertoire. It just doesn't stop. And that's the essence about it. A lot of people don't see that. A lot of people don't even take it in consideration. It is something that I have. Ooh, I think we got our third proof. Yep, 1970. Save the manatees. Ooh. Yeah. Any money, mo, we hop out, get them. Well, how y'all knew it? You was right here when we hit them. That's a nice 72. Ooh. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Got another proof, baby. But that's why I'm going to expand with this. Like, I'm going to be expanding thing, the air vault. Like, we're going to start bringing it to them. They're going to find out. They're going to act like they know even when they don't know when we done. No, because we're going to be giving them shit they're going to have to engrave into the brain. Because we're going to make sure it becomes common knowledge. Because too many people I can't even blame nobody. I'm saying inadvertently sleep on heirs. I'm serious. Like somebody sees a fucked up coin and they think they're going to catch cancer from it. The coin becomes a pariah. They toss it down a sewer drain. I'm serious, man. It's sickening the type of things that you see certain people be with them. And like, I don't look at it, but it's like, you'd be very surprised. Never ceases to amaze me when it comes to coins. People look at these things like they're like a box of rocks or something. And you can if you want, but you're being very one-sided about the situation. And that's the last thing you want to do. That's like putting yourself between a rock and a hard place. That's not where you want to start. When you find something that looks out of order or you just know doesn't look right, put it off to the side. Even if in the end it doesn't end up being what you think it perceives to be, no harm, no foul. No flag on the play, still first down. I mean, shit. And that's all there is to it. But yeah, hey Copper, what do you think about this 48 toner I want to get graded? I just want to get it graded because it's toning naturally. It's a Denver, 48 Denver, dent-to-dent. I just like it because it's a toner, man. I don't know what else is going on with that son bitch. I really don't. That's what I thought. I just love that it's a toner, though, because, you know, it's that commie steel. That's a commie silver, so. But it's a toner. Yeah, I've had that little fucker for like 15 years. And it's, yeah. That Barber dime my daughter found in, you know, in the dirt while we were rug hunting, I'm gonna get that thing done too. I'm doing it for. Ooh, ooh. Wow, is that a mild sander? Wow, on a 15? No shit. We got a mild sander here. And you want to know what? This might be one that we're going to fucking put on there too. It just might be. No, because God forbid if it comes back, it's just going to be awesome. Then you guys, every time that we come across one that pretty much has these similarities and anomalies, you know, there ain't going to be a lot of doubt. I mean, you could always have it until it's there, but like I said, we're going to keep it off to the side, see what happens, because that's the type of characteristics you get. That's a lot. That's like a very light sander. But it was happening. It was happening. It was trying to erase them away. So we'll see what's up with it. But the front is perfect. Did you guys notice that? The front's perfect. Just about 2015 Philly. Hey, must be the Philly. Wonder if we're going to get any more 24s. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't. But then I wouldn't be surprised if we did. I don't think we'll get 24 of them, but you just never know. Oh, hey, I want to show you a dime, dude. Tell me if this is the most goofiest air. Copper, when I'm done with this, I want to show you. No, because he wasn't on when I was showing it earlier. It was found throughout the dimes yesterday. It's tiny, dude, but it's enough to make you know that if you did it, yeah. I just want your personal opinion on it because I just thought it was funny. I'll get to it here in a minute. Otherwise, I'll be running off trying to do three things at once on here. Non-existent attention span. What you want me to say, man? What you want me to say? Come on, no 24, no 24. Come on, you. Damn, that one's a little messed up. Yeah, well, this one you're gonna think is a little goofy, but because it's a simple error, but ooh, look, another 54 guy. Ooh, it's a filled-in D too. I don't think I've ever seen too many filled-in Ds. It's a super Duntadunt, a Denver Duntadunt. Look at that. That's a weird one. Or is that an... You want to know? I can't even tell, bro. I'm just going to assume it's a D. Because I know sometimes it'd be like a D and then something over it. But this ain't no masquerade. Oh, that's a healthy 54. Oh, that son of a bitch is healthy. He got the makings of a varsity athlete. No, when you see it, dude, you're going to be like, what the heck? That is simple. That's some simple Simon. I couldn't pass it up, though, because it's not on the dime. So, like, when I seen it, I'm like, what the fuck? It messed with me a little bit. It almost decalibrated me. I'm like, hell no. I'm like, you're not desensitizing me like that. I had to shake it off real quick. Like this filled-in P, this 80 filled-in P, I had to just shake it out of there. I told him, you better start ripping a fucking rug. Yeah, he hugging the floor to hold on and stuff. I don't know what's up with him. All right, here, check this out. Another 25. What do we got here? You want to know what would be nice? We haven't hit in a while. A northern yak on here. Oh, that would be epic. Oh yeah, straight. Well, we've only found 3 northern yaks since we've been doing nickels, and I don't even know what year they are. I gotta get that damn acetone so we can put it on there so the etching of it'll come up. All right, dude, bear with me because you're gonna laugh at this, but I couldn't pass it. You got to tell me. I was assuming it was just a simple error, but you just never know these days, man. Let me see if I can find it up here. Yeah, here we go, dude. Like, oh god, I'm actually a little embarrassed to show it, man. No, because it's so goofy, but here, I'm gonna show you a normal one, man. That's our normal. That's what a standard dime looks like, right? And we're not looking. I don't care if it's double die or any of that. I don't care. We're not. We're looking for like imperfections, because this is the front of the coin, mind you. This ain't like the back of the coin, like that ghost flat fire, and that other one I showed you. Those other 2 errors from the last time. Now check this out. Tell me if this is goofy and if it's an error. I thought it was a minor error. Look at this shit, dude. I don't know, bro, but it looks like it's actually like they were fucking with him one day, man. And then, like, you get really up, man. Oh, yeah. Don't that look like it's a part of the coin, or am I just fucked up? I know it's simple, but like, that's not supposed to be there, man. And that's not like a cut in his face. That's not like post mint, like over here, like this one. It ain't no post mint. That actually looks like that's actually a part of his face, like a cut of his jib that just went too much. What do you think? I know it's stupid and simple, man, but it sticks out when you're going through dimes a lot. I'll let you be the guest of it. But either way, it's tiny and simple. That little damn right there. I don't know what they were thinking. Like I said, I think it's just some tiny die break. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. But that's what I'm saying. That little thing does constitute as an error, though. That's what I'm getting at. So like, it would be very stupid not to get it graded. It's gonna come back an error, and that's all that matters. That's like how you really lock it in, though. That's why I'm showing you guys and asking him, because this is the thing. When I started looking at errors, I made him and other people, as long as they were on, I would make them test me, like call me out. Because the last thing I'm going to do on here is give disinformation and assume I know what I'm talking about. That's not good. That's like, that's like talking straight trash. Like, and that's not what I do. So like, I was having him call me out on errors. Like, I would find ones and I just tell him, you need to call me out. Like, on times, like, to ask me what I'm seeing here. And then like, there was times where I'd flat out just like bloop, like, hey, I'm thinking this is an error, and then I would verbally articulate how I thought it was, and he would either tell me yeah or no, shit like that. Then, like I said, there's a lot that I've been holding. There's a lot I've been holding, guys, that I labeled endangered species list. Well, like I said, I think I'm slowly going to start whittling on those, and I don't care. Like, I don't care which one, if they come back, because I know some of them are going to. That's all that matters, because you don't need it. You don't need them for future reference points. When you have something certified sitting right in front of you, there ain't no getting around that shit. It's inevitable, like dying or the sun coming up. There ain't nothing you're going to do about it. You're going to have to sit there and recognize. Damn, what happened to you? I love the messed up ones, are the ones that are all tarnished. Damn, look at that etch in his head. What were they trying to do? Oh, look at right here. Found his incision, Lieutenant. I seen where they slipped it in on you. Looks like they dry gulched the shit out of you pretty good, buddy. Yeah, we're keeping this one. Oh, yeah, they busted him pretty bad. They fucked him up. Look at that. They gave him a lobotomy. Black Axe basement lobotomy. Oh, God, why can't we just get one of them beautiful wonders? We need a couple for the book. Like I showed you. That's what we're missing out of there that's already came out. That's a clean one. That's a clean Denver Duntadont. You would almost thought that had an extra layer of clad on it, like a NIFC. He was trying to be business-like, wasn't he? He was trying to be one of them business strikes, huh? Ooh, somebody's gonna go to the boom boom room. Ooh, damn. See, that's why we gotta get a little bit more pop because, like I said, I can look at them better when I have a phone, a different phone that I'm using. But if you got a guess, don't get just put it off to the side and, like I said, get a whole bunch of them together and start like just comparing. Because, like I said, sometimes you find ones that are even bigger than your average ones, but there's no getting around it. I mean, we got ones that look like, you know, they all blown up, triple, quadruple type thing. You just never know, though. Sometimes it's just one side of the coin. Sometimes it could be just the adverse, or sometimes it could be the reverse, or it could be both the sides. Case in point, we'll move this one off. Like I said, there's so many to go through. But yeah, you see how it's got those lines to it. You can see the edges and the rivets. If we were looking a little closer, my bad. If we were looking a little closer, I didn't mean to do it. But yeah, a lot of these you can easily tell. A lot of people like to get a little bit closer so they can see those curvatures. But you know when you know. If you have a standard one next to it, you could just easily tell. But I could line up a double, a triple, a quad. Like sometimes they get a little crazy. Like that's why we like to go through a coin and go through them multiple times. Start stacking them off to the side. We can do one just so we can still get through it because we ain't got what 1 or 2 more rolls of dimes. Gotta go pick up another box that's sitting there waiting. Hopefully, maybe we might get one out of there. We need 2 though. Let's see what's up with this guy. See how shabby he is. Oh, bit one. It's for a 67, I believe. Look at the middle though. Ooh, it doesn't want to behave. Yeah, it just got too plump for its. Hey, it got too big for its britches. Somebody had to do something about that one. Yeah, it's looking a little hot and bothered. I think we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to take care of that one. Yeah. Oh, damn! Look. Oh shit. Look at that. Got a little bit of mirroring. You see that? This is a nice 67, Pride and True. Oh, big time. Everywhere. Oh, yeah. He's ripping up the concrete with his feet. Look at that R. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Have a good one, Copper. I'll hit you up in the morning. Or tomorrow when I get moving around. Don't worry, I got you. Some of these though, man. Ooh, that one got a little bit of snot on it. What do we got here? Yeah, dimes are pretty eventful when it comes to this. Ooh, that's looking like a die break right up there. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's like a stress fracture for a coin, almost. It's not like a complete break, and it's not like a shift of tectonic plates, but it's enough so you can see it. It's a simple. But yeah. Oh yeah, we got a nice one here. For 2000 Denver? Oh yeah. Big time. Yeah, that's a little standard. All right, let's start getting through it. Get back to these nickels. If we don't get through these dimes, we're not going to get through nothing. Ooh, a toner. Yeah, and it's looking natural like my 48 Denver. The 2015 down there. Ooh, that's beautiful. Oh yeah, that's some natural oxidization right there. And it might just be a grease error too. It just might be. It might be. But you see that natural toning going on? That is another thing collectors thrive for. Oh, I'm dead serious. It's common knowledge. It's all public record. All the certified coins that are sold. Maybe you guys should take a gander and you see exactly what I'm talking about. But you do have to take in consideration a lot of coins can change color from chemicals and this and that, and from people being bored with life and wanting to try to mutilate a coin. So, or just wanting to clean a coin, on it, just not knowing what they're doing, just trying to be honest and doing what's right, following their gut. Even when you got a dirty coin, you would perceive this to be dirty as something that looks nasty. It's got a big layer of hunk on it. You take that, you clean that, you're taking away the original covering and what natural polish that coin had left that was still existing. So, as much as you might want to do it, just be a better friend to yourself and don't. No, because if you do clean it, and let's say you do get it graded, and they're going to know that it got cleaned, and it's going to be up on the top. And it's going to say that it was rudely mishandled and molested through camp, even if it is an error or not. No, I'm dead serious. Like if you clean it with like CLR or something, they're gonna put it right on there. Clean with a chemical agent not approved. Pretty much destroys the coin. Any glamour and flair it does have, it tries to take away its pizzazz. So I'm just trying to save you from some unwanted, unnecessary strife. I'm figuring I'm noticing when it comes to dimes, find a lot like this one. This one looks like it's missing a little bit of its clad, or that's like a grease error, ink error. It got trapped in there during the blanching process. I think it's a beautiful coin. Whoops. Yeah, that's a keeper for sure. It's a 73. Damn. That's a 21. What do we got going on here? I wanted to say that one's trying to turn. You notice the colors trying to tweak on it? Oh yeah, it's trying to chimp out. Oh, look at the front. Oh yeah. I can see why it's chimping. Yeah, I can see why. Don't worry, we're gonna have to get Mr. X-Ray specs up in here. Now, did you see how my fingerprint was on there, right? Now, I've got grease errors where fingerprints are trapped inside the coin. Oh, did we get something special here? I think we got a proof. I think we got our first proof dime after this, guys. Holy fuck, hold on. I want to check this thing out. God, did you notice that? How it stuck out like a fucking boner in a Speedo? I still got it in my thumb. I covered it because I felt back into the flood again, guys. Back into the flood again. Nah, because it's euphoric, so the rush of, endorphins and adrenaline and dopamine just hits simultaneously, and there's that trifecta. Now here, guys, look. That was the coin above this. What do we got here? I'm telling you, I think we got... Hold on here, let me check this out. What do we got here? I think a 75. It looked like it was a proof, but I'm not 100% sure. Hold on, guys. Sorry. Not trying to deprive you. I'm sorry, guys. I got a little stuck on the coin. It's worn out. For some odd reason, it looked from down there like it had like a mirror cameo. But if it did, it's worn out. But I'm still holding it to the side. Oh, yeah, I have to. There's other things going on with it other than it being a proof or not. It made grade. It wasn't trying it, but it didn't need to. Got a little bit in a hurry there. I guess the nickels are taking all the glory when it comes to the NIFCs. We're finding some better errors when it comes to the dimes. God, why does he just look so damn plump? I guess because it is. You see that though? A lot of this stuff is just real big and fat. Like I said, to be 100% sure, you want to be able to, put it under some deeper magnification. But like I said, the clear things you'd be looking for is like the shadowing, the doubling, the lines in them. Sometimes you'll see it on one side and not the other. Like on here, you see it more than you don't see it on that side. Over down here, it's just fatter. And like if you take a standard one, and that's not even really, this is more standard than anything, but you'd be really surprised. Let's get on with this, though. Let's get on with this. Whoops, whoops, whoops. They're trying to slide out everywhere. Like that, that's small. Yeah, that's a small one. 2000p. How we doing? How we doing? See how small it is down here in the middle? See how you don't see any of that? How they're trying to look more bold and bigger, and you don't, when they're bigger and taller, they carries a shadow over it. You see the lining. You know why you'd want deeper magnification so you can see the curvatures. How it goes 2-3 dimensional tries, because of it. Same hole, different wall. I was doing our standing hunt. Oh, this is old 71. What we got going on here with this 71? He looking a little worn out. Oh yeah, he worn out. He was melting. Look at that. Look at that S. That's a straight die break on that sound gun. It's cut. That's not what S's look like on dimes. Hell no. That's what S's look like. Even if they're fat and true. They don't got cut off tails. We got a nice one here, guys. That could be post. Either way, we're gonna see. It looks like just a shorter S, and that's just a die break, possibly post mintage, maybe. Have to look at it on a deeper. Wow. Look how big those are. They're even bigger than over here. You see? This is nuts. I mean, they just really just, ooh, they bloated. You can see exactly what I was telling you about when you do have the double and triples. Shadowing, the lines, like I said, the thickness. But like I said, you do want to get deeper. A lot of people want to see other things. Ooh, a 74. These old ones be always doing something. Yeah, see the edging around him? And we're not even that close with it. But this one, obviously the front. And he's a little riveted. I've got ones where it's like weird. Well, he's a little simple on that side, so he's more front than back, it looks like. At least he's pitching and not catching.
After this roll, I'm going to show you a couple airs from Dime Hunt I got a few days ago that I'll be going in. Oh, just trying to be the next one. Just trying to be. That's all he can do. Oh, shit. Here's a real gobstomper, guys. Look, we're going to take one that we know is a double, and we're going to stick it up against it. Like, this is a coexisting one, right, guys? Look at this. I don't know if you want to just call this a number double or a triple, or maybe not. Maybe just a double. But look at that. You thought those were big on the middle? Look at on this one. This one's just nuts. Like crazy with it. Look at it. I just hugging the floor to hold on. Yeah, that's a nice one. You see how everything's just more blown up, though? That's like one of the clear characteristics of, when you get them double and triple, dive. It tends to happen. God, look at the front. Even the front is fucking bone crusher. The Liberty? Yeah, and the God we trust? Oh yeah, all the way down to the Titan Curlies. That's a nice one. Oh yeah. Ain't no getting around that shit. Where they've always been, right here. They never left. Shit, we've gotten 3 proofs out of Nichols tonight already. And 124. So we've been hitting pretty hard on the Knicks. Not as big as the last one, but not a norm. We'll be doing a lot of calibrating with that. Can't wait for us to bust open another box of pennies. That's where we're really going to get lost. $75. Ooh, let's check this one out. Okay. Starting off strong. Let's see what we got here, though. Back's a little worn out. Like it's been through some condition of some sorts. So I can't label it a biggie or anything. I like the old ones, though. The older ones, they tell a better story. But each coin tells its own story. Probably there's one roll of dimes left, and then we got, I don't know, I think like 50, 60, 70 rolls of nickels, and then we'll be doing pennies. We'll be doing pennies, nickels, dimes, pennies, nickels, dimes. We're going to be giving them their time of the day because we went berserk on everything else. Relentless assault, nonstop. I'm talking no time for them to recover or, you know, even if they were waiting for a reprieve from the other side, it wasn't happening. We were beating the pavement. We were, like I said, we were breaking necks and backs up in there. We've got another one here. And you can see those etchings and the lines, like I told you. There's certain things that just let you know. Like I said, you get your standard one, if you're a little fresh and green, green around the ears, put it right next to it. It's not because you're gonna totally be able to tell. You're totally gonna be able to tell. It's gonna happen. All right, guys, we're gonna go get the nickels here. Try one thing. There was one other thing I was trying to do. I don't know what the hell was going on. I think I started worrying about more of the tasking. Oh, what you want to see? I pulled out my first one. Where did I put it? I don't know where I put it, but this was my second air I ever found. Well, my first one was a nickel, but this was a planchet air and a reverse, a die break, die clash, a little bit coming from the back of the front up there. But yeah, you know, like I said, what's problematic with errors is even if you know it's an error, you gotta get it certified. You gotta get it graded and certified. Then you got it. Even if you know it is, it's not gonna give out what it needs. No cluck from the buck. All right, let's see here. This is my first air. That was my first air. The back's perfect, but the front, oh yeah, that's what got me on airs. Yeah, put it up there for you. Let you take a pic. Whatever you want to do, man. You were asking about nickel. We're about to crack nickels right now, but that right there was my first air. My very first air. That's what got me like hot on the trail, looking for him, hunting him down. Let's get this on the show, though, right? Let's do this. So far tonight, though, 3 proofs, guys, with the nickels. You guys are really killing it. These guys off the side. There we go. Mysteries abound. Ooh, a 52. We caught a lot of 53s today, but not a 52. Ooh. That's a little messed up, but it's made it through. No mint mark. Still going to be a keeper. 52, I'm trying. Sorry, we got storm coming, and it's trying to cut the connection. Well, that's good. That means you're bringing something positive in your life. They're gonna feed you knowledge, and oh, you don't like it. I'll tell you that. 64 Denver. I was hoping it was a proof. Like, see ones like this that are toning. Could be a grease air causing that. It could be a number of things, but you don't know. All right, let's do a little bit more recount on that stuff, but natural toning, I've been practicing about that a lot. Better now than never. Welcome to the club. Another 64. Come on. Wow, that's a dark dent. You see how it's dark on one side to the other? That could be something. Most of the time, if you find one that's like real brown or reddish, like that, like dark red, it could be a radar detector find, but you just never know. Usually, if it's a radar detector find, the whole thing is just sealed and coated. This one ain't, which leaves me to ponder. It's not being tossed. Not now, at least. We're gonna give it some time. Lewis and Clark, 2004 Denver. $79 no mint mark. 18. Another 75 looking nice. Absent mint mark. 86 Philly. Yeah, yesterday though we found a crazy sanding there. Like I told you, the thing just looks like a blank round. It's awesome. I actually love it. But yeah. What's this right here? Is this anything? Is this what I'm trying to know? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to show y'all another. This is a simple there. You know, it's something that you should look for though. You see the little mess up in the background? Under the reefs? Going all the way through past the pummel onto the other side? It's hard to see under this thing because of the light, but you can see it somewhat, I believe. Hold on here. You see that? That's what you call die breaking. And that's not post mintage. So when you see that, you gotta grab it because that's not what you're gonna see on a normal dime. Those are the type of things that separates it from being average to, you know, unique in its own nature. But then you got to take that next step. This is the first step, isolating it and keeping it, you know, keeping it in custody and then having it graded and certified and having it in a captivity until, you know, further notice, till God permits. Now we're going to go through another roll and show you another one. But yeah, these are all fresh errors that I'm showing you guys that were plucked from just yesterday, the day before. So, mind you, you guys are doing this with us. Like I said, there's no I in team. I don't do this, you know, by myself in the twilight of my life, in a dark room in a corner. It's either like this or it's not happening. You know, I feel like, in my own personal opinion, it's selfish. Why not be able to distribute and give somebody a blessing? It's better to be positive in this world. You might be a have-not over it, but you want to know what? They can all blow a pop stand for all I care. Because nobody give a shit about what we doing, so why do I give a fuck about what they doing, right? I just keep doing what I do. And I hit the ground running, I didn't look back. Ain't no turning around. Yeah, and you know what? You find anything that you think, or you know, you want, you know, maybe a little bit of a peace of mind, post it on the page, man. Don't be afraid to post it on the page. 74. No mint mark. And thank you, gratitude. Welcome to the channel. '82 Denver. Ooh, a 46er. Ooh. I have to move this out of the way. Nice old 46. Yeah. I don't know if it's going to have a mint mark. Let's see. It's a Denver. We keep all our old school ones so we can go through them at a later date. How we doing, everybody? Damn, we've been out here 2 hours. I barely can look at the screen. I can't see much. Pushing 2 hours. Well, like I said yesterday, mine was crazy. I was only supposed to be on for an hour because I had to be up at 4 or 5. And we were on for almost 3. Ooh, there we go. We got our first 26 of the night. Like I said, we'll find more of these than we will 24s. We already got 2 in the book, so I think this is like our 8th or 9th one that we have free. Yep. It's a Philly. Yep, that's a nice one. Ooh. We'll find more of those in 24s, so that's a guarantee. Lois and Clark again. Commie Tripe. I have a feeling we might get one more proof since we've gotten 3 proofs already. And one of them being extremely old. We are setting the bar pretty high, guys. I'd have to say, you guys are really ripping the concrete up with your feet when it comes to the proofs. I have to commend you. I have to give you guys your accolades. You guys are really crossing those T's and dotting those I's and ironing out them wrinkles, I'd have to say. You know, some people focus under pressure. Some people fold. I think you focus. Yeah. 5 P's, proper preparation prevents poor performance. And you guys, I'll tell you, you guys are really with it. All right, what do we got left here? 2, 4, 6, 8. We got pretty much 10 more rolls, unless we really wanted to keep going. Because, you know, average, I do about 2. Try to do an hour or 2 hours a day. But I can't ever control when I'm going to come on. And, like, here in the next week, it might get problematic. But like I told you guys a few months ago, whoever was around, there's a lot of people that have came in, feel, you know, our ranks have swelling to unexpected numbers at a geometrical rate. And that's fine. But, you know, I'm out on FMLA leave right now, and I could be going back at any time. And even if that does happen, we'll be doing it. We'll still be doing it. Being thorough and consistent is the key. Let me see. Mysteries abound. 64 any mint mark here. 64. 64 Denver done to that. Nothing that special. That's a filled in D74. I'm glancing. We're looking for, you know, stuff not intended for circulation, new stuff, errors. Whatever floats the boat. I'd have to say yeah, because every time I'm on here, got plenty of people are very ecstatic and happy, and the enthusiasm they have and the positive that they have. Now, because a lot of people come on and they're a little discouraged, and I just tell them, man, you do it on here, and before you know it, you just gotta start doing it for yourself. I said, you ain't got it. You know, you're not gonna make. You don't have to make videos, but if you want to do it for your own thing, like, you got to start somewhere. You got to crack a couple eggs if you want to make an omelet. Yeah, there's not enough channels that do this, that actually go through every coin, and and vet through them. But each his own. That's why we're different. We're very unique in our own way. Oh, you're damn right this is therapeutic. I say it every time on here. I am blowing steam right now. This is better than, you know, me turning somebody into a wet standing lump of hair or chopping down a fucking tree and destroying my carbon footprint. So, yeah, you're damn right. Thank you. Gratitude. The feeling's neutral. Yep. And you got to remember, we created money. Real currency is credibility, reputation, and leverage. Now, as much as that might look like somebody was sharpening their knife, that very well could be an error. I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not going to hold my own feet to the fire. I am a person who hedges his bets, but I'm not going to sit here and bet on it. It's left for speculation, this one. It's a filled-in D, 79 filled-in D, so. But I have seen ones that look like they've been sharpened, used to sharpen Cutco knives or shit. And they were certified heirs that sold at auction. So, you know, sometimes you just got to take that chance. Sometimes you just got to stand up and be somebody. No risk, no reward. Chances make champions. In for a penny, in for a pound. Just like all your 2024s, you get in 2024s, keep every single one of them. Very, very low mint run for 2024. 62. Any mint mark? Oh, what a commie tripe. Ooh, don't get sent up that river. I'd love to find a proof like this. This is a beautiful coin to begin with, right? Imagine a proof like this. Dark Mirror Cameo Frosted. Oh, hell yeah, got me salivating. Plus, you gotta remember, we're warlords here. We're in our battle of coin and carnage. Taking over one coin at a time. Plus, we're certified wildlife professional rangers. We like to save manatees. Gotta save the manatees. I am obsessed with saving manatees. I'm mad that the U.S. only have one coin that has a manatee on it. It's a commemorative silver coin. It's not even something that was, you know, all the shit they did in the state programs. Never mind. Let me digress because I like to build a ramp up to there. Guys, man, all these spaceships and palm trees and this and that. Florida is known for 1 out of 3 of the species of manatees that exist, but they don't put a manatee on Florida. Somebody was being a fucking spark plug, and that's all I'm going to say about that. No, because it's got me heated. I just think it's a little dull and coy. You know, they got spaceships and spacemen and spacesuits on I don't know how many different coins, but you just had to destroy Florida, even though Florida's known for, you know, the Florida manatee. Why can't they learn to fucking behave? Well, that's another thing too. If more people would behave in this existence we call our lives, things would be a lot easier on them and, you know, the people around them that care about them. You know, we all destined for great and unfortunate things. But that's why we were given free will. We get to choose what we do. Don't put yourself on autopilot. Start acting like a fucking machine, because that's how a lot of people get taken out. Because then you start acting like a machine, and a machine doesn't have empathy, remorse, or fear, or sorrow, or any concern. There's no haggling with it. You autopilot. You fight or flight. You don't have to be scared. Motherfucker kill you out of fear. Don't matter what you're doing. Maybe he don't want to die. That's why. Yeah, like I said, nobody want to try no more. Like, it's so easy to do the wrong thing, but living with it's the hard part. Or everyone wants to hide from fucking reality and got their head in the ground like an ostrich. Like they got blinders onto the world. They might get away with that with the humps and the old ladies, but they're not getting away with it here. If they could quote the rules, they could fucking obey them. Tired of everything being asked backwards. That's what's wrong with everything. Everybody's so worried about what the world perceives them to be, and they don't care about who they know they really are. Like, it's sick. Fucking poison in my eyes. Fucking pollution in my ears. Look at this weird one. Fucking the purple nurple. Now, this is what I would say. With absent the purple, must have been Purple Rain. God, hey, thank God for Prince, huh? It must have been Purple Rain. But this is what a radar detector find usually looks like. I'm serious. And remember, I told you you're not going to have it on one side because it was in the ground, submerged. All, got it from all angles, both sides. That's why this one's like that. That's why I can't say on the other one it was a radar detector. This one, I'm willing to bet Vital Pite's my enemy. But Purple Rain, guys, somebody did something. No, the left side of the brain controls the right side of the body and vice versa. You can't have one without the other. Life and death, day and night, hot and cold. You see that perfect exchange? You see how that works? Let me ask you something. Why is winter cold? It's not a rhetorical question. I just want, hey, why is winter cold? I'm dull and coy. I need you to enlighten me. Why is winter cold? Why does snow melt? And don't be talking about some precipitation. We're not talking about clouds of cumulative moisture. We're not talking about the stratosphere. Why is winter cold? Broken clocks even right twice a day. But ain't that a little weird that you want to ask things, but you don't want to answer? That's a big lack of disrespect, big guy. You know that, right? We're busy. You got to go. We'll stay here. Isn't that something? I hope it doesn't have you all hot and bothered that it's a darn nickel. Isn't that a daisy? Nickels get just as much recognition as any other coin. Well, since that nickel's got you all hot and bothered, I think when you go to leave the house, you need a toothbrush. You might need it. Pack that son of a gun. You're going to need it. You might have to head out for a while. Because you're going to have to go find a place of solitude, and you're going to have to go look yourself in the mirror and convince yourself of what you have a problem with that. Because you ain't convincing anybody on here. There's at least 60 people on here, including God and me, that know who's full of shit. And it ain't us. It's you. A 47. Nice. Here we go. If you fall, you're not getting up. Can you feel it in your heart? In your heart. Truly. Nobody replies to ghosts. We will talk to the air because I don't care who the fuck really cares. Because nobody's going to be dealing with that shit. That's not what they do. Nobody's going to be getting infected by your vax. And, like I said, I can't, man. That's why there's always moderators on standby. And I'm going to tell you this. You want to come on here and be cute and coy and do things that are unethical and deplorable. Don't get mad when you fall and you don't get up. because nobody gonna let it. Nobody wants it. Nobody. Yeah, and on top of it, thanks for helping me trend, because yet again I'm going to state the obvious. You using your time that you can never get back. You ain't got nothing to show for this. So like yet again, what do you get out of this unless you're miserable? You're wasting your precious time that you can't get back. It's highly suggested you don't do it to yourself. Be a better friend. Stop diluting your situation. Because you're personally making yourself a laughingstock while simultaneously, trending the channel. So, you know what they say. You're busy. We got stuff to do. You've got to go. But we're going to stay here, man. Bye, bye, bye. All right, guys. We got six rolls left. You think we can get them done before the 3-hour period? God, it honestly feels good when people do that. It knows you're doing something good. When you got bored people that should be improving their quality of life, instead they come on here doing what? Oh, yeah. What? Yeah. Spot them, spark them, drop them, got them. Ain't no getting around it. Yeah, him, you up, Repo come and take your shit like Debo. You don't want it. I said, open them doors you can't close. You don't get the business. It's whatever. Hey, it's what comes with the territory. NIFCs, heirs, new ones. I wouldn't use an app. I'd go buy a book. Coins for starters, or like if you're looking for heirs, or just everything, because heirs is probably the biggest avenue of coins, because the possibilities are endless. But slow and steady wins the race, big guy. And do it by yourself. Don't have nobody around you, especially if it's somebody that ain't gonna be around them coins, because you might have somebody that knows something you don't know and might try to drag out you. Don't let yourself be open for that. And don't be like, I hope you're not Thirsty McGirt, like running from store to store, because, if you're going there to try to get somebody to tell you what you want to hear, it's not going to happen. But what will happen is something that's unexpected, and it's going to be unfortunate. And you might think you got the upper hand because it was nothing, but it's going to be more than something once it leaves your hands, because he's going to do what you should have done. So, got to be thorough and consistent, cross them T's, dot them I's, and iron out them wrinkles. Gratitude. The feeling's neutral. Told you we wouldn't get another 24. We got one earlier. We got a 26. We get another 26 over a 24. I guarantee it. We should get another proof. We got 5 more rolls after this. Should get another hush puppy out of here. Ooh, we got a baby Northern Yak. My daughter collects the little buffaloes. She likes the old ones too, but she got lucky when we were relic hunting 2 weeks ago. She found a Barber Dime 1912 in pretty much mint condition Denver in the dirt. We don't even got a metal detector. We're just looking for like bottles and cans and shit. And she finds this. Couldn't believe it. It's like, you lucky. I said, you lucky as hell. But so far, I believe we've hit 3 or 4 proofs with the nickels. I think the earliest one, I think we set the bar pretty high. I think the earliest one's like a 30, 38 or 30. It's nice. Got a few airs. Nothing to get in a twist like double dies and stuff, but I've been showing you guys stuff that we've been getting from the hunts from the last few days, so. Uh-oh. History's abound. I hope you ate your vegetables. Yeah, like double dies, stuff like that. I'll be finding a lot of die breaks, like simple things, die clashes, stuff like that. Because, like I said, the possibilities are endless. A lot of people tend to forget that uh, errors exist. There's a 61. What kind of mint mark do we have? D. Still keep the 61s, like I said. Try to keep all the old ones. 50s to 40s to 30s. All right. Lewis and Clark. Yeah, sink like the Titanic, Epsom iceberg. Oh yeah, we found plenty of those. I found triple, quad dives. Oh yeah, big time. Ain't no getting around that shit. Let's go. Let's go. What do we got? What's that? 23. Whoops. Come on, focus you. Shape up or ship out. About to plot belt the ass of this fucker. You better stop being all hazy and shake it off. Want to see rectangles and triangles and be assholes and elbows. Yeah, that 64 is looking a little rough. Look at that 4 on there. Look at that 6 all worn out. Their dies and planches were worn out like a doorknob. Everyone had turned. There ain't even a minute mark. This guy was hugging the floor to hold on. Well, that's a weird odd 64. What we got going? Oh, D, Denver dented it. Errors anywhere on the coin. It don't matter. A die break is a die break. A die clash is a die clash. Where else would it be? It would be anywhere. It's going to come right through the, a die clash is, the other side coming through, vice versa. Die breaks is just breaks in the coin. That is, not post mintage. So it's going to be anywhere. Like like that's the thing. We didn't make the coin, so we don't get to control that. And that's one of the nice fine essences about it, because we do this for the anticipation, the suspense, the action, the glory, the thrill of the hunt. $74 of no mint mark. All right, guys. What was the last error that I showed you? Actually, that die. What was that? That die break? Yeah, I'll throw it back on here. Because the front of the coin's fine. And like I said, sometimes it's on one side, not the other. That die break right there, all the way through. That was the last one I showed you. We found that in yesterday's hunt. Not yesterday, the day before yesterday's. But it was part of this hunt. It came out of these rolls of dimes. So we got one roll left. But yeah, all the way through. Going behind the pummel and popping back up right here on this reef. Yeah, that right there. That's not post mintage. So when you see stuff like that, you need to take care of business. Start vetting your coins. See what I'm saying? That ain't, somebody didn't take a gouge out of it. That you see the back too, how it's coming. That's what I call if it's got 2 or more errors on it, it's a compound error. But sometimes you can't see what's going on. Do another roll, show you another dime. Yeah, we found too many of those. Can't wait to send in this 48 toner. God, I love the way, love the way coins tone. And don't be afraid of a coin if it's dirty. A lot of times it's hiding something. You want that mystery to become reality? Keep it and give it a chance. 86 Denver. Come on, give us another 24, damn it. Uh-oh, we got a jumper. My bad. 20. Oh, yeah, it's totally trying to storm. What up, Sir Pounce? 61. What is that, Denver? Yep, it's a Denver. Still a nice old ski keeper for when we do our live little segment going through the 60s. Ooh, a nice little baby buffalo for the show. She likes some baby yaks. Sir Pounce. Come here, cow pouncers. Too much cloth in the pot? Uh-oh. Oh, I thought we hit. What the hell's going on here? Why was it? Wow, look at this 84. Damn it. My bad. Damn, Z-Flip like to not behave. Wow. I guess it's a doubler. It's looking pretty rough. Look at over here. Wow. Oh, no. Yeah, he had no idea what was going on. Oh, yeah, he was fucking goofy around he was melting around the ridges. Yeah, he was trying to run from that black cloud flying in the sky. You can run, but you can't hide. You can't leave unless you come in. 61. Another Denver Duntadont? Yep. Guess we're not saving no manatees with that one, but we've already saved a lot of manatees tonight. Oh, guys. All right. Hey, I've got 5 more minutes in me. And that's not counting like us looking at a couple gob stompers and looking at some of the hits we hit tonight. We got 2 more rolls after this. And I can't, hey, I'm looking at the time and it's 2:26. I'm like, wow, we've been on for 2.5. Pretty epic. You know, we like the rip and run. We don't let nothing stop us. Anything that gets in our way, we steamroll our fuck right over it. Especially bullshit. We're allergic to it. Got 0 tolerance for it. Yeah, we got that straight jacket program. Triple dose of Thorazine. Yeah, I have you frothing and jitterbugging. Denver Duntadont, like always. For the most part. Ooh, 22? 67. Wow, why is that 67? That 67 look a little warped. I don't think that one will help heal the heart, huh? If you got a weak will, it won't help heal the heart, will it? We'll figure it out, though. We'll cross that bridge when we have to. You know what I say, 2 in the heads, 1 in the bush. Oh, shit, we got a dropper. Ooh, a 47. No mint mark, but either way. I like when we get them super old ones. Look at that 47. Ooh. Pretty nice. Gotta love, hey, you gotta appreciate the old ones. Ooh, we got a darkie. There we go. Always keep your black beauties. That's what they call these guys. I don't care if if it's too fresh for your blood and you just don't like the way it looks at you. You think it's looking at you crazy because of the cut of your jib. It don't matter. I don't care if the coin somehow talks to you telepathically. and tells you that it's dizzy because you got too much hairspray in your hair. You keep it. I'm serious. You gotta keep it. Ooh, a 61. Ooh. Here we go, guys. Let's do the 61er. Oh, you communist. There we go. We had a jumper. Did you hear it? Coin was born with life and wanted to die, so it jumped off the cliff. That's why. Oh, it's a Denver. Damn. Trying to really have some faith for us. Well, we've already gotten 3-4 proofs tonight. Or should I say this morning? I'd have to say your mother fed you paint chips as a child because what you're saying, what's it supposed to mean? What, your fucking point being exactly what? That's common knowledge. Just like this. This does. This is illusion. This ain't real money. Real money, real currency is credibility, reputation, leverage. So where are you really getting at? Because, you're really off to a bad start, man. You're really off to a bad start. You're not proving anything. So yet again, enlighten us. You're not telling us anything that we don't know. If it ain't broke, we ain't got to fix it. A broken clock's even right twice a day, but you would fuck up a cup of coffee, huh? That's what I can see. No, because the stuff you're talking about doesn't have anything to do with what we're doing. Are you sure that they didn't drop you in the fire as a baby, and by pure luck and fate, you rolled out, and you're just a little fucking crispy critter? Because who would come on here with that negative shit? Here, we don't do that. We've got to go. You got to go. We're going to stay here. Bye, bye, bye. Thank you. And you're a slave to your own thoughts. And you're a slave right now. And what are you going to do about it? Nothing. I'm sorry, guys, but I don't condone that type of behavior. I'm not letting them spread their vex. It's impulsive. It's deplorable. And it's unethical. And it's just too easy to do. The cracks in the wall can do that. It's too easy to do coward stuff. You talking about the AK on my lap or that Nick? Because this thing ain't got a scope. It can still hit little. That motherfucker knock a head off a nickel. Come on, we got 2 more. Let's do it. Let's get her done. Oh, damn, that rain's really... Damn. I knew I was feeling it. Oh, come on. 24. Don't make them kick down the door. Make it part of the floor. I can feel it. I can feel it. What's going on? Cold, fresh air. It's what I'm in the air. Gotta take a look around. See what's going down. Ooh, baby yak. Ooh. Ooh, what is it? Denver dumped it up? Another Denver bites the dust. What do you say? What do you know? Out of there. We're looking for them proofs. What the hell is your malfunction, commie tripe? We got a toner. Manatee, behave. Damn land manatee's trying to take things over. Behave, you. Don't be biting my ankle. Too much claw from that damn paw. Too much pelt. Too much belt with the pelt. Better behave. Wow. Yeah, she's rough. She gotta stop trying to chew on everything. Behave, you. You're gonna have to shape up, you. Too much catnip's got you down in the hole too much. You hugging the floor to hold on. Rolling around all dazed and confused and shit. Got that goggle eyes going. Another baby yak. Ooh. Take it easy. Ooh, look at that. That's like a greaser and a toner. That's a grease air, I'm thinking. And it might be a toner, but it's a grease air for sure. See the splatter on it? That got trapped inside when they was closing down and bonding it. There's simple errors, but you know that's stuff that it cannot be undone. It's irreversible. Yeah, it got trapped in between the dies and the planchets during the bonding process. And when it was laying it with the clad and everything, and it's almost like a fucking birthmark, you know. For it, it's got its own signature. Yeah, it's a little hot, but it looks like stir-fried shit. But sometimes there's money in it. I dare somebody to come on here and try to say they're pissing down my neck and say it's raining. They're going to be blowing pop stands. Oh, they really going to hit a stone cold? No more proofs? Damn, we're already at 235. Oh, fuck. Ooh, look, look. Save the manatees. Ooh. Yeah. That's a clean 69. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah. Watch it. The strain might be too much for you to bear. Oh, yeah. That's neither number 4 or number 5 for our official NIFCs caught. You got to remember, circulation, our Phillies and Denvers, when it comes to, you know, proofs and business strikes, they're done out of San Francisco. They were never intended for circulation. The front's cleaner than the back, but it's still a proof. That's all there is to it. And that's number 4 or 5 with us. You guys are killing it, like I said. You guys got some killer determination, I'll tell you that. If that's all you think about, you got a problem, because that's not true currency. Can't take money with you when you die. True currency is credibility, reputation, and leverage. We do this for fun. You know, true peace. You know, people put money on peace of mind every day. But you don't have to put money, and you should not put money, and you don't have to put money on true peace of mind. That's why it's called true peace of mind. You know, we have diluted everything to the highest extent. I mean, we're weak and feeble-minded as a whole, not as single people, but as all human race. Like, it's in our nature to destroy ourselves. That's sad. We might as well have been the fucking koala bear, you know. Sometimes I feel like evolution shouldn't exist because of, you know, poor things like that. They're cute, but they're you know, they don't have an IQ. They're like damn near brain dead. You know, they need bamboo. They can't eat nothing else. They're real accident prone. You know, they can't be left like. I mean, they're weaker than us when it comes to that. You know, the inception of our existence, we only got to be taken care of for a few years before wandering out. Those things, wow. If those things were asking to exist, they're screaming it. And it's sad because I don't want it for anything, but there's things out there that should be. But, well, honestly, it's if you're looking for monetary gain, you want to find something like this that's an air or in really good shape and get it graded. That's where you're going to start getting. That's where you're going to start getting mandatory. Because, you know, there's nothing's left for speculation or interpretation at that point. You get it graded and they certify it. The doubt goes right out the window. So let's just put it this way: if somebody questions a graded coin, then you're going to have to question. You might as well not if. And the thing is, there's no such thing as, you know, perfect. That's what makes errors very relevant, especially when you can't control how the machines are going to behave. That 88 is looking too clean, a little too fresh for my blood. It's an 88D. I'm gonna have to look at it. That motherfucker got extra thing of clan. It's nice. I haven't seen an 88 looking like this in a while. And looking like it might be a double die too. I don't know. The back is looking immaculate too. Jeez. I mean, it's got a lot of pep in its step. No, it's really, it almost reminds me like it's wearing off, like the business clad they put on there. It just really all depends. You can get a coin that doesn't look right, and it can be so rare. You get it graded and certified. It'll sell at a private or public auction. And when it comes to that, you know, those things can get out of control there quick, and it's not what you want it to be. It's what somebody will pay for. But let's say you find something that's close to a nature to something that's already certified and sold and on record. That's my big thing. What I did, I started looking into a lot of knowledge with the mint. And this is the thing too. If anybody's got the luxury, you can go on tours and watch the coins being made. And while you're there, you can ask them a gazillion questions, and they have to tell you. Not because they're obligated, because you're asking. It's part of the tour. So you can actually see. Because my thing is, I'm just starting to get with coins more than I should. We used to do star note hunts and like rare dollar bill hunts with like dollar bills, $5 bills, $10 bills. We used to do a lot of that. Oh, shit. I'm not 100% sure. I'm thinking that might be a D, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it might be. I'm just going to put off in the box. But that was my thing. I did a lot of recon on their stuff, and then I went and looked at certified graded heirs that were sold, because all that stuff's record. And you get to see them. And like I said, when you find coins that look just like it, it makes you a step closer. So then, you know, the next step is for everything, all or nothing. You got to send it in to get graded. You're rolling the dice. It's brutally the flip of a coin. It's either going to come back just a graded coin, or it's going to come back and whatever they find, they're going to put on there. And that might be more than what you're expecting. There might be heirs on there you don't even know about because you're looking too hard at the one you do see. Now, we found a lot of weird and oddball stuff, and like I said, that's why we're going to start, I mean, we've been, oh shit, wow. Even I could slap myself in the face. Did you see how my reflex went back and closed up? Because the Reaper tried to pull the soul out of my body. You can't toss 24s, guy. These are fucking rare. Very low mint run for circulation strikes. This is our second one. Did you see how my soul eluded my body and I had to go back in and grab it? I was like, oh, no, because I had that delayed reaction effect. You don't ever throw 24s. Very low mint run for the normal circulations on them. Philly and Denver, combined together, their average yearly strike is threatening 400 million. For that year, 2024, Philly and Denver together didn't even top 40 million. That's under 10%, which makes all 24s very rare. Very rare. There's not a lot of them around. Ooh, finally we get some, we always get foreign coins and we get some killer gobstoppers. But here we go. We got another NIFC because it's not intended for circulation. What year is this? 84? Ooh. Nice. Well, that's a hitter. That's not intended for circulation. Let's be brutally realistic. Save the manatees. Ooh. You did see how I had that reflex. My reflexes die hard. You seen that. That thing didn't even sit in there. There's a 3-second rule. That thing wasn't even there for one. I told you I felt the Reaper trying to take my soul for that one. Like, he's like, how dare you throw a 24 in there? Do you want to die? And I said, no, the 24 ain't in there. Look, I want to live. You just don't understand. I'm not supposed to be here. What? Oh, no. Well, that was the ender. Unless I pull out another box, but that would be crazy. Because I could keep going. I'm nowhere yet to defile myself. Shit, I just hit my first win. What are you talking about? The first 2.5 hours in my sleep. All right, guys, let's see what we got here. I want to try to find all our proofs because it's crazy. We be messing around a lot. I know we got 224s. I do know that. But I'm trying to find our proofs so we can line them up. Because like I said, when we're done, we're going to hit all the nice hitters. I'm going to have to start separating them. Oh. Show you guys another air that we got the other night. Out of the dimes. Now, this is like a die clash. And these can be somewhat unique. It's the back of the coin on this one too. And you can't really see it on here, but I'm going to try to stick it on here so you can see it. It's a little hard to see. What, is that it? Yeah. What I got here? Oh, that's the one with the die crack. My bad. I'm looking for... Yeah, right here. Because it's the torch. I'm going to set this son of a bitch down so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Try to get it. All right, you see the pommel, the torch, see the fire? See over here? See it above the fire, though? There's like an etching of it coming through. It's hard to actually see with the... Here, let me see if I can just bring this over here, put it on there, and build it up. Get it nice and... so you guys can actually... Well, maybe not. Yeah. You see it? You see the fire? See how it's etched in the side? It's a little hard to see sometimes, but... You see that etching though right there? It's hard to see in the light. You can see it somewhat in a perfect angle, but... Yeah. It's very simple, but like I said, it's nothing like this one. This one sticks out. The die break goes through here, goes behind the pommel, over here to that reef a little bit. That's something that happens during the minting process, so that you can totally see that one because it's not etched. It's actually, that's, you can see that break. That's not what a normal dime looks like. I mean, fuck, I could take this other one, you can see. That's what a normal dime looks like around the reef under the pommel. That's a die break. You find anything like that, you got yourself an air. All right, let's see where all these proofs went. We got coins there, we always do. Can't really be meticulous with this. Oh, that's a damn. That's 6. Let's see what we got. 73. Nope. You start putting them in like a little pot. What's this? Let's see what we got here. 67. About this one. Okay, here's one of them. 69. I know we got at least 4 or 5 that you guys yanked. So, and 2 24s. That's a 21 toner. Where's that 24s at? Put these 24s away. Here's a 26. We got 126. That's pretty good. 26s, they really didn't make an improvement on it. They double dated them. They took the old one and double dated it, which is a little sickening, but that's what lazy does. Let's see what else we got here that pop it up. Trying to find them. Oh, that's not it. Where'd they slip to? Now those are already locked in. They ain't loose around. They'll be around here somewhere. Up amongst all the hellions. That's a 60. Yeah, we're gonna have to play process elimination over here. That's a 64 Denver. What about these guys? What do we got here? Another Denver. Okay, here I found another one. Another one of our proofs. Got your S, mint mark. 48. Yeah, we're really killing it, guys. I mean, we've really been setting the bar high with the older proofs. You gotta love them. You really gotta love them. I know I do. They detested the sands of time. Beautiful shape for a 48 proof. Not intended for circulation. Let's see what else we got. That's number 2, skis. I know we got at least 3 or 4. What do we got here? That's a Denver Dun-ta-dun, 64. My bad about, hitting the gas on the on that dime I thought was approved. That wasn't happening, huh? I guess we wasn't that lucky. What do we got here? Hold on. Let's see. 52. Worn out like a doorknob, but some of this ain't looking like post vintage. It's not. Holding on to it, I'm gonna ponder about it. Don't ponder if I keep one in the chamber. I just told you. Okay, we gotta see. Let's see here. I know there's at least 2 more, guys. We're gonna find them. Gather all these up right here and just go through them, because we either put them off to the side for a certain reason. We either liked it or pulled it off because it might be. Okay, that's not it. We're going to put these up over here. What do we got here? A 47. Blank. 81 filled in P. I know why we kept that one. What about this? What's this? 80 filled in P. Nope. 57. Denver. 54. Whoops. Filled in D. Oh, this was one of those ones that we were just like, what the heck's going on here? 47D. I know they're around here somewhere. We didn't toss them. 85. You got to go over here. You can't go in with the oldies. 80 filled in P. What about you? Well, I don't know if it's going to be, but that's a 75. Nope. Okay, let's see here. We don't got too many else to go through, but they've got to be somewhere around here. We'll find them. We got a light sanding air. Yes, the day before we found one that's completely sanded down. It's just a blank round, which is pretty epic. I'm gonna roll the bones on it. We're gonna see what it can do, but I'm not gonna know until it happens. 57 again. What do we got here? No mint mark. 2000D devil die. Okay, about you. I think this is the one I grabbed. I thought we might have had a Warnick. And, you know, I'm not surprised we haven't got one of those, because 2 boxes ago in the last 4 rounds, the last 4 rolls, we got 2 of them out of there. So it was pretty crazy. Let's see here. What else did we have to go through? I'm going to have to look through. It got to be somewhere among us. I might have to find them post live, guys. There's just so many coins sitting around. Let's see here. Move these around. D. Nope. I guess we're going to go until we find them. Let me just take a drink over here. Keep yourself hydrated. Keep yourself hydrated. Especially when you got to go on them long vision quests. You just never know what you're going to stumble upon. No, that's not even... That's a quarter. I don't know what the hell I'm pulling that out for. Okay. You're not making the grade. Where are you at? You're a toner. My bad. Grease there. 48. That's a nice find. Blank. Come on. I know there's somewhere around here that's another Black Beauty. Keep all your Black Beauties, guys. You probably won't regret it. What about you? A 52. Wow, this 52 is just all morphed. Now I'm starting to wonder, where are they at? Because anybody who was on here for the whole live knows we're at either 4 or 5. I mean, I'll find them after, but I would prefer to find them now. Was it one of these dirty son of a guns? No, this was Purple Rain right there. What about you? And there we go. There's number 3, guys. 1970. We're cooking, see? Look and you shall find it. Pays to discover. I'm not talking MasterCard. What else we got here? What else you... Fit 47. That's a 64. I think it's just a toner. Yeah, I was keeping. That's just real clean, and I didn't understand why. For an 88. Well, I know... Hold on here. Right here. I think we might have found them hiding under here. A lot of coins slide up under this thing. Mind you. Let's see. I don't know. 46. 46 Denver. 89 Denver. Nope, you're not it. Well, we got 3 of them right here. I might have to go through some of these other ones. I don't know what the heck. But no, I don't know if there's anybody on here about errors, but I want to show you something else. I'm going to get graded, mind you. I want you guys to check this out, though. This is a little scary. You got, this is bicentennials. When it comes to stuff that's bicentennial, collectors really like it, especially when it comes to like airs and shit. So, I'm going to show you a little something. You see these 3? Regular circulation strike, a proof, and then a wild card. And this is the air. These are normal. They all weigh different. Never seen anything like this before. I don't know if it's got an extra layer clad. You know, it would perceive to look like a business strike, but it's not like that. This ain't a business strike. That's not a San Francisco. So, but yeah, it's a little scary. But we yanked all these out of hunts. And like I said, I don't know if it's got an extra layer of clad or it put a business strike clad on it or it was struck on a wrong planchet. But it's totally not a normal circulation strike. It's just not. And I'm going to end up getting, that's one that I'm going to be getting graded. So, yeah, I don't know if anybody has any insight, but yeah, it's just always stuck out. And there's just something about it. So, we're going to figure it out. Just like this. This is one of my favorite. This is one from my keepers. This is I just love it. I love when old coins naturally tone. Yeah, this totally wasn't from acid or anything. I can detest to that. I've had the coin long enough to know that. I've actually watched it collect its color, and believe me, I haven't subjected it to being rudely mishandled and molested through camp. It's just beautiful when you see the older coins tone. It's harder to get that natural tone out of like the newer ones because of the composition, but it does happen. It's like this, but it's like a darkish purple, blue, gold, pink, that red. That's what the collectors are looking for. But yeah, you know, like I said, this is another one that this is one of my major hits, my very first hit with you guys. And this is an error, I believe, because this is not what a natural fucking circulation Denver looks like. So it totally messed up and got put on the wrong planche. It got too much extra clad, but it's got a dark, smoky human, dark Huey Salmon to it, cameo. And it's not a business strike, and it's not a proof, guys. So, you know, it's pretty weird. I like it though. So we're gonna see what happens. Take a whirl with it. I was even thinking about doing one of our gold strikes. You know, these are novelty items that were, the mint passed off brand new minted coins, the freshest ones, to a second, third party, and they pressed gold onto them. Not enough for it to be worth it, but made them very exclusive NIFC. And we've only found 2 in our entire existence when it comes to these quarters in here. And these are really hard to get a hold of. These are harder to get a hold of than business strikes. I'd have to say mathematically, stuff that was made and not intended for circulation, business strike's probably the hardest thing to find. Over a proof, over a West Point. West Points are rough. There's 5 different variants of the West Points. I've been doing refresher courses pretty much throughout the morning, like every time I'll be closing down. So, like, anybody want to ask, I can show you exactly what a proof and a business strike looks like in comparison. The 5 different variants, West Point quarters, they only made those in 2 years, 2019 and 2020. And each one, they only made 2 million of. So, you got to take that consideration. But we've been on here for 3 hours, guys. I'm gonna have to throw it out. We'll be on again soon. Like I said, I'm passionate about this too. You see me. I don't let the timer get at me, but if I don't stop now, we're already like a freight train absent tracks. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that shit. We define the test of time. We don't care about time when it comes to this. I mean, the the provision is labor. But like just like when we did our dollar coins, God, the one time we hit 30, 40 proofs, a couple business strikes, 2 of our proofs are Susan B. Anthony's, 81s and 79s. Look how mint these guys are. I want to get these guys graded too. These were pulled out of circulation rolls, guys. And I'm telling you, when it comes to the proofs, that frosted cameo right there, that minted predator, that comes right off. If you were ignorant to scratch it, it comes right off. These are really delicate coins. So, like I said, you can never know enough when it comes to this stuff, but it could get overwhelming if you try, just strictly on one. But I'm gonna let you know this right now. You guys all did a great job, and yeah, I appreciate you too. I would never deprive any of it. I'd be like depriving a plant of water and sun and watching it wither away, absent nourishment. Fuck that. That's not what I'd do. I wouldn't do this by myself either. That's why I do it on here, but for everybody, because like I said before, I think some other people illustrate it. It's therapeutic. One hand washes the other. Our ships was all sail in the same direction. There's no I in team. And we do this together. Why? That's what I told you. We all coincide harmony in here. Everything outside of here is a formality when we're in here doing this because we got our mind focused at the task at hand with deadly purpose, absent negative thoughts. And that's just all there is to it. Nothing gets in the way of progress, guys. Remember that. But nothing good in life comes easy. It doesn't. It doesn't. Nothing good comes of rushing or forcing anything. You want to do that, it's like rubbing one out with a cheese grater. Remember, you be in front of the ER. But like I said, this is what got me on airs, guys. My very first air. And this is going to be one that's going to get graded. And like I said, when they come back, be able to illustrate more to exactly what's wrong with it. Because I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know it to a T. I don't know everything. I don't. I learn a lot of it at a time. But I'm not going to, like I said, you asked me a certain question, I don't know about it. I'm just going to flat out tell you I don't know because I'm not here to mislead you. And yeah, hey, you just caught a pile of shit with that laughing emoji. Eating cans of shark shit getting flown at you? Well, thank you. I'm flattered. I'm flattered that you waste your energy. But like with the West Points, guys, we'll do a little bit, but we've been on for 3 hours. Like I said, I'll keep going, but your standard West Point will look like this. You got Phillies and Denvers for your circulation strikes, okay? Now, we're not talking about proofs and business strikes, but, I will have to, yank one and like, show you, like, this is not what you're looking for. This is what you're looking for. Certain things will stick out. Here. We'll just get it done and over with. You got your P and your D and you got your S. P for Denver. P for Philly, D for Denver. Or S for San Francisco. Sometimes you get Carson City, New Orleans. W for West Point. Got your W mint mark. Now remember, these were only made in 2 years. So 2019 and 2020, you'll only see these. And God forbid if you have one, it's an unknown heir. You're bringing it to existence. But this is the common variant. This is the common variant. These are like the low end ones. But each one, they only made 2 million. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. So you take that, and then let's say you get the Ambrosia, the one at the mountaintop, the big ones. The ones with the V75. They should be looking like this, guys. You should have your W mint mark here, and on the other side, by his face, right up under his nose, privy mark. All right? These are the zenith of the West Points. That privy mark makes all the difference, just so you know. And only certain ones are like that. Certain ones are like that. Like I said, there's 2 years they made these. So you can look up which ones are the West Points, what you should be doing. But like, if you come across other things, like this is what your proofs would look like. Like I said, frosted dark mirror cameo in the back, frosted adverse reverse. S mint mark. That's what your proofs look like, your newer ones. Not intended for circulation and not made for it either. And then, This is one of our rarest business strikes we ever found because the volcano is a rare coin a quarter to begin with. Their normal circulation strikes are very rare to come across. But we found a business strike in the volcano in immaculate condition. I put in the case. The case ain't for posterity cosmetic purposes. It's for protection. If I can get the son of a gun to come out, he's pretty tight in there. Well, you might be able to see through it. Yeah. S mint mark. There's no frosted adverse. It's normal. It just got an extra layer of shiny clad on it to make it a business strike. Business strikes are not intended for circulation. And they're mathematically the hardest ones to find because they're very low mint run like the proofs. And they're for collector items. They're not made for, drastic circulation and all that other craziness. But all right, guys, we're gonna shut her down. 3 hours and counting. It's either now or never. So I want everybody to like, comment, subscribe. Until we see each other again, it's another One's Your Warlord with them. I'm out. Save the manatees! Ooh.